right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I am so excited. This is amazing that all of you have shown up this morning. So early in the morning, in a different time zone for many of you. Thank you for coming. Network with all of the people here in the room, and we have over 700 people as of this week in our Facebook networking group. The philosophy of BNI is Giver's Gain. 85% of her business is repeat and referral business. BNI has been a huge part of our business, so we'd love to introduce to you Christina Moore. So we've talked a lot about Giver's Gain philosophy, like how does it incorporate into your business? Joining BNI was in a tough era for you, and how did the Giver's Gain play back into your business? You do 85% of your business in repeat and referral. What does it look like today? I mean, how does Giver's Gain really integrate into your business?
When I say proactive, what I mean by that is I went and proactively gave and helped people. An example would be that I started a community coupon when I email my folks, 3,000 people in my database. I email them every month. We're highlighting another business and with a coupon to help grow their business. And I literally don't ask for anything in return, but when I've offered that to my people, they want to help my business as well. Same with growing people into the BNI group. I'm sure all of you guys have invited, you already work with a heating and cooling guy, they might as well be in your group, right? But then the heating and cooling guy becomes your, they work with 20 realtors, but you're the one. Like you're the one that they refer their family and friends to. And so I really realized if I can help these folks grow their business and be their business coach, that they won't think of anyone else but me for real estate.
And we talked about some interesting scripting, right? Teaching them on not only the giveaways of coupons and approaching members of your sales force and your vendors to attract them into the group and grow their business, but also how do you teach them to refer you?
So a couple things. So I lead generate to my database only. I don't lead generate to strangers. Well, maybe I've done that a couple times, but mostly to my database. So one by one, when I'm talking to someone, have you guys ever talked to someone that says they refer business to you, but you never really received the referral before? Even in your BNI group, right? Like they're like talking about you, but the referral's not coming in. So usually when people say that to me, I say, that's awesome. Thank you so much for those referrals. That means so much to me. And I want to tell you something. I've never heard from your referrals before, ever. And I kind of let that sink in. And with a smile, it's not like I'm like, shame on you. I'm really seriously thanking them for the referral. So here's the thing, most people don't call people they don't know. So you're going around telling the whole Boise area about me, but they're not calling me. So next time, I call people for a living, and you know me, I'm so nice. I'll just try to help and see what I can do to help them, whether they buy or sell real estate, it's okay. Next time you find someone that needs help, will you please text me their name and number and everything. So I've taught people, same thing with talent as well. So I get talent leads all the time, and I get listing leads all the time and buyer leads, because one by one I've taught them. Same with my guys in BNI, and I say guys because I have a really my BNI is really strong in the trades, so I have guys in houses all the time, and gals, there's a window gal, and all the rest are tradesmen. I teach them how to talk to people when they're in houses, and my hardwood floor guy is excellent at it. And he goes into the house, and he looks around, and he says, he's going to refinish their floors. And he says, are you going to move? And he just asks them, like, are you doing this to move? And they say yes or no, and they sometimes say yes, and he goes, okay, so who's your realtor, or who are you thinking about? And he says, okay, well, I've got the best realtor in town for you. I don't care if you are 99% sure you're going to be working with this realtor. I would recommend that you talk to Christina. I'm going to go ahead and have her call you. So he doesn't even ask permission. He just says, because they'll say no, right? I do the same thing when I refer to my BNI group. So I refer 300 referrals a year. I never ask permission people will tell me, don't give away my number. So with a lender especially, like we need help to close that deal. So when I'm on the phone, has anyone heard the LP Mama script? Yes. From Claudia up in Spokane? So she says, I'm going to go ahead and have my lender partner give you a call. And then that way, you're not waiting for them to call the lender and get pre-approved. You're not asking permission. You're having that, and it's making it easier on them too. And maybe I'm telling you guys things you already do or know, but like but insisting that being the leader and teaching others to be the leader is going to get us more names and numbers and actually get us to the finish line to get the deal closed.
Awesome. And one other point you put out there was business coaching and coaching the BNI members as a business coach, not necessarily a real estate coach, but coaching them in their own businesses and giving them additional education. Tell us a little bit more about what you do there.
Well, I have high standards, so if they're not meeting my high standards, we have coaching moments also with a smile. And I really want to be more than just a realtor partner to them. I literally want their business to grow. And it's so easy. Keller Williams, we learned so much about hiring, and we know so much more than these guys. I mean, that are just great, in my case, great tradesmen that don't even have an assistant, that are doing, like, not even billing my clients sometimes, and it's, so I have coaching moments and invite them to classes I teach that are even for realtors, but, could benefit anybody. My house cleaner, the first house cleaner in my BNI group read the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book and literally built his business around that model. And it's been really cool to be a part of their success. I've realized that socially you can connect with people, but it really is a face-to-face, old-fashioned networking, which is like this. Like when you get into a small room, smaller group of people, get really close with people, actually learn where they live. I mean, and that's why I repeat Boise a lot, is because it's easy to even like someone and say, oh, they're probably a great realtor, but then forget where the heck they live. And I think we could all do a better job of even just simply saving each other's names with our cities into our phones, or just taking the time to get a little bit organized. But the recharge event that Diana puts on, it's pretty expensive, but worth every penny, is a small event that I've gone to for the past few years. It's been the only thing I've done by myself for the past 5 years with the babies, and so I'm so grateful for Elaine for letting me go to a conference like that. So I feel like the smaller conferences or these smaller meetups, or just grabbing people for the lunch, the box lunches we have at the conferences, and getting to know people more than socially. And then what I mean by like social, like online, and then when we're online, really contributing. And I think that's where we could do better with our BNI network, is all of us teaching each other and contributing what's working in BNI. And then people will be more remembered, and we're really giving back to each other to help our businesses grow.
We talk about schedule. So you've built this team, we're doing great production, and schedule is important. I know dear to me is my time, and I spend a lot of time, I take 10 to 12 weeks of vacation every year, and I focus on my kids. I get to coach for them, I get to spend time with them, and that's why I built my team. What does your schedule look like, and what kind of time? I know time's important to you. What does yours look like?
So when I was in the rice, I'll tell you the rice and beans schedule, and then I'll tell you the today schedule. So in the recession, when I decided to be a proactive realtor instead of reactive realtor, I went to the gym at 5 a.m. and then I showered at the office, and I was up there at 7 a.m. and I started my lead generation, and did hours of lead generation out of a black box like Gary did. Have you guys all heard about black box? Mm-hmm. Come talk to me later if you want to learn more about it. Life changing. Then black box had too many leads, and I needed to get a real CRM. And so it was lead generation in the morning and appointments in the afternoon. It was simple and awesome, and Lane let me do whatever the heck I wanted. And sometimes it was working until 10 o'clock at night, and sometimes it was going on great vacations too, because we were earning probably the most it was the most profitable when it was just me and an assistant selling a lot of real estate. Now with the kids, I heard that they were up till 1:30 last night, or interesting, and also little ones, like just fascinating schedule right now. So I work out at 6 a.m., not consistently anymore, but that's my intention, to work out at 6 a.m. And then we take turns on preschool drop-off. We only have one preschool drop-off right now. We have a nanny. And then a team huddle at 9:30, where we set our numbers for the day before, our one thing for the day, and then lead generation about 9:45 or 10. So my lead generation is shorter than it used to be, but it's super intentional. And a lot of lead follow-up, it seems like now. And then appointments in the afternoon. And I'm doing better with my appointments and getting them a little bit closer together. And controlling the evenings and weekends a little bit more, but I am willing to work in the evenings and weekends. It just is not quite as much, or late nights as much. And I think what's changed when the babies came is that I would run to the bathrooms, that I wouldn't talk to realtors as long, that I was so focused on getting as much done as I could and getting home. And I wish I did that before, because I was like, what the heck was I doing working 80 hours a week? I was so inefficient. And so I'm just really grateful for to be more focused now with my schedule.
Very good, very good. So thank you very much. I appreciate you coming up here and sharing. Is there anyone that has any questions for Christina and kind of what she's done?
I was curious about the coupons. Do you give a coupon yourself from the restaurant or something, or you ask them to provide a discount or something?
So for individual agents, or if you have a team, I'd say to plan for your monthly newsletter, whatever you're putting in it, if you're customizing it in December, so that you're not like freaking out, what am I going to put in here? And then it wastes all your time, or you don't do it. Because I think one of the reasons why we get referrals is we're super consistent. So people see time over time that we're delivering the exact same thing all the time. So if you're going to do a newsletter, you can't just start it and stop it. You've got to commit to just doing it. So in the newsletter, we gather 12 different businesses for the whole month, for the whole year, and we ask them to provide some sort of discount. So my first one was my hairdresser. She did a free haircut with color because the cut is just her time. And I think she got a few people from it, but it was more of the gesture of helping her. And so I asked her if we could put it in our newsletter that goes out to 3,000 people, and she just sends her logo and they decide the coupon. I think it's really been effective because I say, this is my hairdresser and she's amazing. This is my carpet cleaner. So it's the whole the BNI group gets first dibs to it, and we get them all set up for the whole year, and then other businesses.
Email.
And it goes out in an email. Yeah, sorry.
And a little bit more detail we didn't get to was, so much of your business is 85%. You don't do 33 touches or 36 touches. It's
52.
52. So once a week,
Yeah.
you're touching them in some way
Yeah.
or another.
And I teach a class on it, so it's too much to talk about, but it's 12 newsletters, email newsletters, 12 print newsletters, because print's the new email, right? People are sick of email. People like to get mail. And then 4 client appreciation parties, and there's calls and stop emails around the client appreciation parties. We do 1 home mini makeover, so we make over a house of a family that's in need locally. And there's a lot of stuff around that. And Thanksgiving card, because Thanksgiving's before Christmas, and you get on their refrigerator, and then they have a party, and they say, who's that cute family? And they say, my realtor. And so it's just shelf life, Thanksgiving cards.
So, well, let's all thank Christina for coming. Thank you, thank you.